Sydney, do you like scary movies?
No, I'm okay. It's fine.
What?
I know, I've ruined it.
Halloween, baby. Best time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Is it, though? Is Halloween best time of the year? Christmas is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a nice reason to decorate with some, well, essentially colourful stuff, isn't it? And wear silly things.
It's got a bit extreme, though, but I think now in the UK, because I think we've gone like the States, like it's fully extreme in America, and I feel like it has moved to the UK. So I don't know, maybe you just have to get with the programme. I mean, you've obviously come sporting a bit of an outfit today. Do you want to talk me through that?
Well, that's not quite how it went down. I sat here and everyone dressed me, and this is what I had to wear, apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
There's no evidence of this, but this is how we ended up.
You happy with said outfit?
Apparently, yes.
I think he makes a good devil. I've gone for the less is more approach, as you can see. Full danger zone.
Yes, you are dangerous.
There's a song there. These, I believe, light up, but there's no evidence to suggest skeletons underneath.
Spooky.
Very terrifying. So, on to movies, because obviously I love scary movies. I think it's, out of all the film genres, scary movies, horror films, numero uno. Maybe a thriller. Close. What about you? What's your favourite genre?
Well, this would be bottom of the list with rom-coms, I'm afraid.
Rom-coms 100% at the bottom of the list. But not horror films, come on. I think, to be fair, I think it is the least desirable genre. It's a bit niche, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's because I watched some stuff when I was young and that's an effect, so it's just put me off since.
You're traumatised?
Yes.
What did you watch?
Aliens when I was like 10 or 11.
Okay.
Terminator 2, particularly the nuclear bomb scene of when Sarah Connor's just standing on a fence and she gets melted. And
yeah.
That sort of thing.
Classic.
And even though it's going to sound funny, but Gremlins at the time when you're little is quite terrifying. Watch it now, it's just a full-out comedy. But
there's a theme there. Should I tell you what the theme is? Sci-fi, not horror.
Well, go on then. What about Jurassic Park? Isn't that horror? These monsters.
No, that's like adventure.
No, monsters.
Adventure film.
Monsters stalking and tracking down people and eating them.
Technically, I would. Okay, people can vote afterwards on this.
Please.
Jurassic Park, 100% is like family. It's a family film. Family adventure film.
It's like limbs and stuff. People get eaten off
but
toilets.
You don't. Yes, but you don't see it.
Yes, you do. He gets pulled off the toilet.
Yes.
And his legs, bottom half of his body goes flying.
But it's a PG,
trees.
which means parental guidance, which means it's family. It's a family film. And the other three that you've mentioned are 100% sci-fi. What about, like, give me something juicy? Like, have you watched some of the classics, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Scream,
Yes.
Friday the 13th?
Scream, but not the others.
What about Candyman?
No.
It?
No. I know of it.
Okay, you don't like horrors. I'm feeling it. So what's going to happen now? Like, when I show you some films, are you going to be okay? You volunteered yourself for this. Are you ready? Should we start with one that you know? Let's start with one that you know. Okay, so a bit of a preamble for this. So you talked about horror films terrifying you and traumatizing you as a child. This film terrorized and traumatized me. It's the 90s slasher classic Scream. It was like a love-hate. I loved the film, and like I love it now, but at the time, the ghost face mask, they just, like, it terrified me, did that. This is such an iconic scene for an opening slasher film. It's just got everything going on about it. Deserted house in the woods. She's babysitting on her own. And of course her boyfriend's meant to be turning up, but he doesn't make it because he gets slashed outside the patio doors. So what do you think, Scream, then? What did you think of that film?
So when I think of Scream, I remember watching it with loads of friends at college. That's what I remember of it, and I remember it being good and not really like scary. Yes, there's quite a lot of blood and it's quite gory, isn't it? How people just get hacked with a big knife.
It's true.
Yes.
I think when I watched, we're showing our age here. I'm a little bit younger than you, so when I watched this, it was very much like year 7, year 8 slumber party at school type territory.
Okay.
So I never seen anything as extreme as this, and obviously, his guts are all hanging out in the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's quite, and then she gets dragged along outside and she's got the phone like that and her mum and dad can hear her on the other. Yeah, it's a little bit dark, but it's a great scene. And yeah, I can't believe how young Drew Barrymore looks in this. Like, it's going back.
There's quite a few Scream films. I've probably seen the first 3 and they all kind of blur into one. So it's a bit confusing. And Scary Movie as well. It's all just a bit of a mashup.
That's it, which totally ripped off this scene, right? So it became iconic and legendary in its own right, because then, you're right, Scary Movie then re-ripped it. I loved those series. I thought they were hilarious.
Yeah, I can handle that.
All right, next one. This one's yours.
So this scene is from a recent Alien Earth series. The premise is that 5 different alien species have been kind of found from around the galaxy, whatever, and then they're all brought back on one ship and it crash lands. So they've all been taken back to a lab. So this particular one, it's not your standard xenomorph one. It's basically an eye with lots of legs.
Okay.
So they've realised that this eye is very intelligent, and they've done this as an experiment to see what happens.
Okay. Ooh. It's a right creepy looking little thing.
It's very fast when he wants to.
What's it got? Oh, it's got a lot of irises, right?
And they all kind of join together
on the eyeball
when he wants them to.
It's like an octopus eye.
Yes. So what I really love about this Alien Earth series is there's obviously 4 other very different types of creatures. So they're really fascinating because they're all totally different. And
is this the new series on Disney?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I have been meaning to watch this. It does look pretty good, actually.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll have to give that. Yeah, I like it. It's sort of... I still feel like it is sci-fi, though.
It is. And that particular scene's quite kind of like body horror in a way. Even though it's not a person in that particular scene. But it might be one that is at some point.
All right.
Oh, just people going on a bus. Oh, a bus party. This sounds fun.
I feel like this needs to come with a warning. So this is it's the remake of the very original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was very good, like the original. And this remake version, I think, is pretty good. But it's interesting playing this because it's extreme. So look away if you don't want to watch it. It's a fairly awful scene, actually. And I think in terms of like shock factor, out of everything I've watched in terms of modern horror films, I'd say this particular scene is probably a 10 out of 10 for shock factor. It opens, interestingly, with just a group of teens that are obviously getting their phones out and live streaming it. So it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's that play on like where society is shifted, and obviously Leatherface basically comes into the bus with his chainsaw and he slashes everyone to bits with it. It's semi-laughable as well in a way because it's almost too extreme. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Where it becomes too far-fetched.
Yeah. Could you put some Benny Hill music over it and it'd be so...
You could put some Benny Hill over the top of that and it'd be a lot less scary.
Get American Werewolf for London. It's quite an 1981. But this is all like very practical effects. And it always just stands out for me from this film. I don't think that's scary, but this one always stands out because it's like a body horror. It's a transformation. So it's, yeah.
I've never seen this film.
Oh.
I've never seen it. I mean, the effects They're pretty impressive for like 80s, early 80s as well. I like the use of just the kind of casual swing music in the background as well. Yeah, it's a lot of extreme close-ups, isn't there? And sort of
great makeup, other bits like stop motion stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the aesthetic. You can see the head's moving a bit weird versus how a normal head moves, but for something that's
so how would they have achieved this back in the day? What would they have done? What effects have they used?
Parts where you can see it transforming in the shot. You can see it's kind of the background isn't quite there, so it's whether it's on a blue screen or green screen, stop motion stuff, models, and just blending everything together.
It's amazing, isn't it? How you you watch this versus, say, I don't know what's recent, like in Wednesday 2, for example. One of the girls in that, she is a werewolf, so she transforms.
But that will be digital.
Oh yeah, it's all digital.
Versus that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously look poles apart, but it's very impressive for early 80s, I think. So what's the film like? Is it worth watching?
From what I remember, yes. But it's just one of these I remember being quite scary and watching it. At an age you probably shouldn't have.
That was all horror films.
That's not scary. It's very, especially that scene there, it's very brightly lit because he's just in his living room.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, it's like...
But do you think everything's of its time? So if you remember, I remember going to watch The Exorcist, and it was like, oh, you can never watch The Exorcist. So like our parents were like, don't ever watch that film. It's really... Because it got like banned, didn't it? And everything. There was a lot of controversy when that was first released, that film. And of course, you watch it now by today's standards, and you're like, what is it? What's so scary about it?
Same with Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
It's banned. Well, it was actually banned for quite a while, wasn't it?
So something that you've already mentioned that might scare you. The Conjuring. I would say The Conjuring and its whole universe, because you've got all the spin-offs. You've got like The Nun, Annabelle, and they've just had this latest one released in the cinema. I would say this is probably my favourite series because they are scary, they are psychological, and as you say, you're always looking into the background, you're always looking for what's gonna pop out. They rely a lot on jump scares, these types of films, but it's obviously so many of them are around possession and being possessed and things like that. But I think what's really interesting about this series is they tie it to Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were these, back in the day, these kind of ghost huntery type people where they went to all these sort of exorcisms, and they were involved in different bits and pieces where, they had a problem or a haunting in their house. They would be called out to investigate it, and they would take all of these artifacts away from houses and store them somewhere that are believed to have been haunted. Now, that was all true. So they bring in quite a lot of the true stories into the kind of latest day horror, and that's what I quite like about it. So there's always a part of you that's wondering, like, is it real? So this scene is the most played scene out of all of them, and this is featuring the mom who does get possessed. Spoiler alert. Dark rooms, wide angles, lots of look in space, handheld camera style. The latest one in the cinema, I was like this for some of it, because it's coming, and it's like, close off your face. I don't think I would honestly watch it on my own. I like being scared, obviously, because I like horror films, but there is something about experiencing the fright with someone else. So there's somebody else.
So that's a lot of films. So we talked about our sleepover material, aren't they? Because you all want to be scared together.
You together, safety in numbers, isn't it? Right?
Yes, in case it comes out of the TV, like in The Ring, and gets you.
It was funny because I went to see, it was Last Rites, and the tension in the cinema, you could feel it, and everyone at one point just started laughing because it was like too much. It was just, a moment that you kind of get. So that's all it takes, is just a clap behind her, and it's scary. No monsters, no gore, no nothing. And I think that stuff is the scariest. It's the stuff that could be more believable to some extent.
Yeah, because like you didn't see really what happened to her, which makes it more
Yeah.
there is your imagination.
Yeah.
Rather than just all this stuff going on a bus and things flying all over the place.
That's it. Never ever get the reveal. Because once it's revealed, it's not scary anymore.
Yes.
So, what you up to tonight then? Scary movie?
Sleeping with the lights on. Until next time, enjoy Halloween.
Woo!
Did you have a fantastic time, Lottie?
Will I?
Have you?
Have I what?
Have you had a fantastic time?
All right.
God, I'm out of here. Leave.
Yes, I've had a fantastic time.
Fantastic time.
It's been fantastic, David. Thank you for coming to this with me.
Okay.
That's
Thank you.
your
Thank you.
thumbnail.
Goodbye. Thank you very much. K-pop Demon Hunters. Fun, stylish, loud. I loved it. What do you think?
Totally unexpected. Completely not. From the little snippet that you can see on Netflix of like the little trailer, I was like, I'm not going to probably watch this. But then when somebody told us about it, I was like, oh my God, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
I think there's a good story to it. The animation is kind of unique in some respects, but kind of also following trends that I think are happening at the moment.
Yes, it feels very in the style and the look, a bit like Spider-Verse films.
Yes.
Puss in Boots.
Yes.
Wild Robot.
Yeah.
But is it characters you think they're animated on like more like twos rather than ones? Because it has got that, not jerky, but it's not super smooth.
Yeah.
Yet the background and stuff, Yeah.
I think that does seem to be part of the trend at the moment, doesn't it? That these things are done on twos to kind of give that bit more, as you say, sort of jerkiness to it, less smooth and less CG, if that makes any sense.
Yes, yeah.
I think people are bored. I think audiences are bored of what the CG style was. And I think kind of we got complacent about it. And I think studios might have got a bit complacent about it. And I think when something like Spider-Verse comes out that shows that actually CG can be a lot more than this, adding in almost 2D elements, taking it almost back to a bit more handcrafted element, not so smooth and slick and sort of just a smooth movement, then actually it becomes a unique thing again. And I think that's what films are trying to do now, because there's so much content out there and there's so much CG, good and bad CG out there, that I think it's studios trying to push for a way of standing out, really.
Because it really started, wasn't it, with like Toy Story? That was the first main CG animated film.
Definitely.
And if you look at the time, obviously it looked really good. Now it kind of looks basic, but then over the years, Pixar made all their stuff try and look as photorealistic as possible.
This is it.
Which they kind of still do. I mean, if you look at most Pixar things now, they're all very similar.
Definitely.
Look, it's their style.
That's it, yeah. Because there's a realism. There's obviously like a universe sense of realism, like in film. It's kind of grounded in their universe of that film, if that makes sense. They don't really sort of push outside of. They don't sort of push expressions too much or push body movements too much, if that makes sense. Nothing that's going to break the character models. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas something like K-pop Demon Hunters, some of the expressions and some of the movements are just like wild.
Yeah,
eyes bulging and like mouth
it.
movements and almost like emoji expressions that come on their faces. And it's kind of that mix of like 2D and 3D and mix of styles. And I think it adds to it and it just makes it stand out that little bit more.
Yeah, so I know the style of animation really suits of whatever the theme or whatever the feeling is of that particular scene. Obviously, there's a lot of, it is basically a musical, so there's lots of musical numbers. So whether that's them on stage or just goes into some other world.
Absolutely.
The two main characters, the male and female characters, like at one point they have like a duet. Yeah. And that the style of that is very kind of slow and smooth. Yeah. And that's a very different style to when an early on scene where they're fighting some demons in a plane. Yeah. And it's all just all over the place. It's very Spider-Verse.
Definitely, yeah. And just like there was just little, I think especially in the earlier bits of the film, you notice those sort of big, pushed, exaggerated expressions more. And I think maybe as the sort of story got a bit more serious, they kind of toned that back a bit, which I think is intentional. But I do remember from the plane bit when there's that demon character pouring coffee on that plant. And it's something so silly, but I spotted it. Like the plant goes from basically upright to like flat on the thing, like in like 1 frame, 2 frames. Very similar to what they did in Emperor's New Groove, the Disney film.
Oh,
And it's just this classic shot of like just this plant that goes from that to that. There's no in betweens. It's just this quick, sharp comedy timing. And I think they've also added those elements into it, which we don't really tend to think of in CG as much, because they tend to want that smoothness and the reality and stuff like that. So I think what they've tried to do here is that mix of 2D timing, 2D, more cartoony essence, really, but in a 3D CG world. I think it worked great. It was very unexpected for me.
going back to sticking on things that were funny. The funniest bit to me was where the tiger first appears. A bit like Cheshire Cat from. That's the one. You know, it pops out the bush and just knocks over a pot, and just spends ages trying to get the pot back up. And Umi Sheed ends up doing it for the tiger. Yeah, and he knocks it over again, and she's like,
it's brilliant.
But then later on, doing like when she's trying to hide the tiger in her bedroom, one of her friends come in. He sees the bin knocked over and gets poured trying to lift it back up, and just like,
so good.
Get behind me,
yeah. It's those moments that are kind of like, they're not necessary to a story, but they're great. It's the same with the bird character with the little hat, and they just take a little moment to go, why is the bird wearing a hat? And he says, well, it was supposed to be for the tiger, but the bird wouldn't let him, and it just cuts to the bird just giving this like cheeky sort of expression, and it was just a beautiful little moment. It just wasn't necessary, but it was there and it was nice. And and all the character designs for those are beautiful. Same with the demons. The demons are really nicely designed. They feel really cool.
And the kind of stripes, there's this kind of bioluminescence stuff comes up on the skin. That's really great.
But yeah, the way they've done it kind of reminded me of there's another series on Netflix called Oni, Thunder God's Tale. Don't know if you've seen that.
No.
It's CG, but they've made it look like it's stop motion. It's a beautifully designed kind of series, similar kind of demon type characters in it, but very sort of pushing CG really, and what CG can look like. And the same with another one called Myra and the Three. Have you seen that one?
No.
Another Netflix one. That is CG, but again, they've really pushed and exaggerated the 2D cartoony ness of it and the exaggeration of it. They even have moments where it's like they'll have big fight scenes with like gods and Mexican gods and stuff like that, but they'll have characters like they'll have moments where things will punch out of the frame and it kind of breaks, so it almost looks like it's coming out of the screen at you.
Oh, wow.
And they use it sparingly, but it works when it does it. So it's all like, it just kind of gave me all those feelings of those kind of things. I think it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Something I read up earlier was apparently songs have been released from Huntrix and Size Boys, and they've all kind of been in the top 10 of Spotify, like iTunes and US Billboard. So that's kind of meta in a way, isn't it? These fake bands of being better than real ones from a film.
Brilliant.
That's on streaming. It's interesting. It was made by Sony Animation Pictures, but it's Netflix have released it. So.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix, highly recommended.
Highly recommended. Are the Simpsons predicting the future?
No.
Move on.
But just 30 years of really good writing.
Yeah.
Smart writing, as it were.
Yeah.
I think, if there's enough content out there, then fans just find stuff.
That's it. I agree. I think these are writers that are on it in terms of what's going on in the world. I think they're going to find situations that probably to them seem the most out there and funny and bonkers, and sometimes those things just happen in the world. So I think it's just one of those things that is going to happen. It's bound to happen over those time.
So one of the most well-known one is Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
It's from Bart to the Future. That episode came out in, I'm not sure what season, but it was year 2000.
Year 2000, okay.
So that episode jumped forward 30 years, so 2030.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. These things are bound to happen. But it's quite fun that people are noticing these things. I've been reading a book by Mike Reese, I think his name is Mike Reese, who was a writer of The Simpsons. He was there. He show ran it from season 3 and 4, I think. But he has a section in the book about The Simpsons being topical, and how there was a lot of coincidences that they would have guest star, and that guest star like passed away the day before it aired or the day after, blah blah blah. And he was like, these things take like 9 months to make. Like, there's no way that any of this is kind of planned. It's just coincidence. And I think it's the same with predicting the future and stuff. I think these are all just coincidences that are just fun for the fans to spot, I think. But they're I think it's interesting.
It's the same with Simpsons. Obviously, they're stuck in their reality of like no one ages.
Yeah,
But yet the technology and pop culture of their world changes. It's like
completely.
obviously they start with a huge 4:3
Yeah,
TV,
yeah, yeah.
and like now in the house they've got a big widescreen one. That's just one
Definitely.
example. But now
Yeah.
they've got phones, episodes in the last few seasons about is it a crime podcast and
Yeah.
that sort of thing, where obviously that didn't exist.
Yeah, totally.
In the 90s and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Well, going back to the TV bit, like I think it's the last episode of the season that's just gone out. They flash back to Bart and Lisa when they're younger, but they've still got the widescreen TV from like this point. So it almost felt weird to me. That was like, ooh. But like,
Is that a mistake? No.
I don't know. But the writers are always saying that like each episode is its own contained thing in some respect, isn't it? Like each episode could be a start and an ending of the series. Every time they do a flash forward or a flashback, they are kind of rewriting the story nowadays, aren't they? We've had that many different origin stories of Homer and Marge like meeting, or like Homer at college at various different times of the decades. So like, it's just what it is what it is at this point with a long running show like that.
You have to just ignore stuff like that.
Yeah. Continuity is not something they're particularly too fussed about.
Yeah, so in the office where we work, we're always throwing around various quotes that from the show that I'll say something, and then from the other side of the room there'll be a chuckle. I'm like, yes, good. Ryan understood that one. So what one's the most memorable to you, or what do you end up say all the time?
There's not many days that go by where something doesn't remind me of a Simpsons quote, and a lot of the time I just say it in my head because there's not many people around me that will get it. Obviously, yourself, when I'm in here, I know I can say it out loud. It's great. It's all coming up. Millhouse is just one of those classic things that I think just gets used all the time by me. Whenever, kind of a random one, but if somebody around me or myself just goes, "That's it," like you just kind of thing, I go, "That's it, back to Winnipeg," and it's just nobody else around me gets it. My partner's sick of hearing it, but I'm like, yeah, it just sticks in my head. And may God have mercy on us all. Remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Again, stupid little things, but they're the ones that I think I use more in day-to-day life.
Yeah, so whenever I'm
What do
hungry,
we-
like when I'm around my other friends and like my children, I'm like, give me 700 crusty burgers. But now my oldest son will always reply with, you want fries with that? He'll put on the voice as well.
Great. So do your sons watch it as well then?
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
It's really interesting because they really like the latest like couple of seasons
Interesting.
and the really early ones, but like
Interesting.
nothing in between. Apart from like the really old one, like say Trilogy of Error, the Lego one, and a couple of Treehouse of Horror ones. But
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, and one of my favourite ones I always want to rewatch is A Serious Flanders, which is like an episode of Fargo.
Okay.
It's a 40-minute episode, which is quite dark and it's got
Yeah.
some violence and it's quite a lot of brutal.
Okay.
But it's got obviously what's his name? Yes, Brian Cox, very good actor, playing like kind of a mafia
I'm with you.
boss who's trying to get his money back that
Okay.
Ned's end up. You've seen that one?
I've seen clips of it, and like I remember it being advertised, but I don't think I've actually watched the episode. No. There's a massive chunk of the later series that I haven't watched. I would like to go back and try and do a full.
It's really
Full
interesting.
thing.
So Serious Flanders is basically 2 episodes in one, so it's like 40 minutes. At the very start of it, it's not really a spoiler. Like it'll like a TV will come on and it'll be like a parody of Netflix, and it'll flick through it, and like it's like
Nice.
someone scrolling through loads of parodies and stuff, and then it'll look like a very Fargo type poster.
Great.
And then you see the cursor go on it and click it, and that will start
Yeah.
playing. So you can take the Simpsons
Mm.
that world and just suddenly dump it in a complete new genre and something.
Totally.
And like I said, it's just they've set it up to be it's an episode on a made up
Yeah.
streaming platform. It's fine. It resets
Yeah.
instantly.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll give that one a go.
Season 36 premiere, Bart's birthday. Slightly controversial and creating a lot of talking points because of the story's kind of use of AI.
Yeah.
It's kind of billed as the season finale of like Simpsons ever, and part of it is so in the Simpsons world they've got AI to write their finale through Hack GPT,
Classic.
and Conan Bryan comes back
Yeah.
to be in it, and it's all very odd.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on this?
I think I enjoyed it overall as the episode. I'm not sure if I enjoyed the bits more that were kind of the nostalgia element of it. like the way it sort of goes back to classic moments and either rewrites them or introduces characters in the background we haven't seen for a while. I do like the premise. I think I like, because I think this is based obviously on a question that all the writers get all the time. It's like, how are you going to end this? Is there an ending to this? And I think them doing this is an interesting way of sort of trying to give some sort of answer to that, but also good publicity, because I think it got people talking about The Simpsons again, because you were seeing around going, oh my god, yeah, oh my god, is this the final episode of The Simpsons? This, that, and the other. And I think it was a good way of publicizing it, whether you think it's a good story or not, or a good way to do it or not, like they did in season 26, 10 years ago, when they publicized for quite a while before the series started that they were going to kill off a major character. Got everybody talking, and I think it was Rabbi Krostovsky they killed off, which again, yes, he's a good character, but I don't think he's one that you would think of when you say major Simpsons character. It just got people to watch it. So
major look type of thing. Yes. Yeah. Sticking with AI, you mentioned to me earlier there's some other films that you've read about that are kind of AI. Is it AI written or generated? Tell me a bit more about that. We didn't have a chance to earlier. Yeah,
so there's a film coming out maybe next year. Could be the year after, not too sure. It's called Cat Biggie. So, and they're advertising it as a fully AI generated animated film. I think it's from the producers or the studio that did Parasite, which was an Oscar-winning film a few years ago. So as far as I'm aware, pretty much all AI generated with a very small set of animators, people working on it in the fraction of the time that it would normally take an animated film to be made. They've released a couple of stills from it, but nothing too major about it yet. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens with that when that comes out, what it's like. I think it's intriguing, but I also think it's a little bit frightening. But we will see. I think this is the way the world is going. Whether we'll get to a point where there might be a big splash out on AI-generated content and then people get bored again, like they maybe did with the kind of complacent CGI look that we tended to get a lot of, and then now people are trying to branch out again and do different things. So I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go, but it's interesting.
Because there's a real big difference of AI using it to create it all versus just a tool to enhance it. Like if you kind of look back,
completely
going back in 30 years to say like The Lion King,
where
a lot of it's sort of hand drawn, but then like when it's a big stampede, a lot of the animals are kind of cloned like an army of, but that's all just CG computer generated to stop having to hand drawn 200-300 other a herd in the background sort of thing.
Well, it's like with Mulan, the same thing when they had all the villains coming down the snow hill, and it was all those are individual people, but obviously aided, like you say, with technology. But this is them splashing out entirely on, as far as I'm aware, entirely AI generated. So
again, is that just for to get attention?
Maybe.
Well, it's working.
Maybe
you're talking about it now.
Exactly.
On this.
Because again, they haven't released too much about the story. They've released a still of there's a cat main character and a bird. So it looks like it could be one of those films that would just, again, without the attention, just pop on Netflix as a fun thing to watch with the family. Because it's AI generated, is it going to get more attention because of it? Probably. And so who knows? We will see. Can you beat Mastermind Simpsons? This is the question I'm posing to you. So I've watched a Mastermind contestant do his specialist topic of The Simpsons season 1 to 9.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm going to be honest as I go through these. I'm going to say which ones I got and which ones I didn't, but I want to see where you're at in this thing. Okay.
Let's go.
Question 1. In the first full-length episode of the series, shown in December 1989, Homer gets a part-time job in the Springfield shopping mall, playing what festive character?
Santa.
Correctamundo.
Did you get that right?
I did get that right, yeah. Question 2. In the episode in which Lisa campaigns against sexism in dolls aimed at girls, who is revealed to own the world's largest Malibu Stacy collection?
Waylon Smithers?
Correct. Great episode. Love that episode. That's one I do tend to go back to a lot.
A few weeks ago, actually.
Yes. That's one I go back to a lot. Don't know why. Question 3. In an episode of season 8, what's the name of the new canine character introduced to the Itchy and Scratchy show? Voiced by Homer and described as a dog with attitude.
Is it Poochie?
It is Poochie. Great episode. Question 4. In the episode of Flaming Moe's, the bartender Moe steals Homer's recipe for an alcoholic drink, leading to an influx of new customers. What does Homer say is the drink's secret ingredient?
Cough syrup?
Yes. That is a great...
I thought you were going to say which bands were playing at Moe's.
Which
Red
would
Hot
it have
Chili
been?
Peppers.
No.
Aerosmith.
Red Hot Chili's were
I know
for
I'm glad that
Christie's
wasn't-
comeback special.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Great. Flaming Moe's was actually written based on the feud between Sam Simon and Matt Groening.
Oh.
Sam Simon didn't feel like he got enough credit when The Simpsons came out, and it all kind of fell on Matt Groening. Matt Groening was trying to give credit to everybody else, but the story landed with Matt that he did it all kind of thing, and Sam Simon was big in the development of it.
Okay.
So we wrote Flaming Moe's. Anyway, question 5. In an episode of season 2, Homer thinks he's been poisoned by eating a badly prepared blowfish or pufferfish at which sushi bar? I didn't get this one.
God, it's like only in that episode that they go to this restaurant.
So. It might have been in a few other ones in the background, but yeah, it's yeah. I didn't get
Is it like a silly parody play on words? I have no idea.
No, the Happy Sumo. Yeah, I know.
Sumo.
I didn't get that. I don't think
Wow.
the contestant got that either. So we're doing all right. In Bart Gets Famous, Bart appears on a chat show hosted by which comedian who in real life wrote for The Simpsons in its 4th and 5th seasons?
It's the Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien. Question 7. In the second part of Who Shot Mr. Burns, after Lisa suspects various people have tried to kill the rich businessman, who's revealed as the real culprit?
Maggie?
Sick.
So easy.
I know. This is one that the contestant didn't get. In A Star is Burns, the townspeople are invited to submit films for the Springfield Film Festival, and Hans Moment enters one entitled simply Man Getting Hit by What?
Football in the groin?
Correct. It was just man getting hit by football. But
Oh,
football
right,
in the
that's
groin,
it.
yeah.
That's what happens in
Yeah,
the film.
exactly. The contestant said car. We'll move on.
Football in the groin.
Yeah. And the noise with it is brilliant. Yeah.
And the winner is?
Yeah. Anyway, question 9. In Natural Born Kisses, Bart and Lisa borrow Grandpa Simpson's metal detector and dig up a film canister containing an alternative ending to which classic film?
Gone with the Wind.
Casablanca. You're on the right lines. You're on the right lines.
Yes, I thought it was something in that time period.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Question 10. In the episode, Bart's friend falls in love. The actor Troy McClure presents a sex education film in which he says the audience might know him from other films such as Lead Paint, Delicious but Deadly, and Here Comes the What. This is a tricky one. I didn't get this. The guy didn't get this either.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Here comes the daddy.
Is that your final answer? It's Here Comes the Metric System.
What?
It could have been anything. Exactly. I know.
Literally just go for a book and
Literally.
stop and
Yeah.
choose
Yeah.
whatever random words on that
Exactly.
particular paragraph.
I'd have been very impressed if
Here
it
comes the metrics.
Yeah. Question 11. In Bart's Girlfriend, what's the first name of Reverend Lovejoy's badly behaved daughter, voiced by Meryl Streep, with whom Bart falls in love? I didn't know she was
Meryl
voiced
Streep?
by Meryl Streep. I did not realise that. That caught me by surprise at the time.
Is it Cynthia?
No.
No.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Jessica Lovejoy. And the final question. In a season 7 episode, Grandpa Simpson tells about how he and Chief Wiggum's father, Iggy, fought together in an infantry squad called the Flying What?
Hellfish.
Classic. Yes. Great. I think you did really well there. You
It's the ones
certainly
with the
got,
very obscure random words, I assume.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also you got man getting hit by football, which I think is the most important question. So,
Yes.
congratulations. I think you are officially a mastermind of The Simpsons.
Thank you very much. That's very pleasing to